Hi, I'm Kevin Borland. I'm a music producer, guitarist, and a lawyer. I'm going to tell you about an ongoing culinary and cultural adventure I embarked on this summer, and I encourage you to join me. Not just by watching my videos, but try it in your city. My quest began Monday, July 25, 2016, when I set out to cycle through the over 200 of the world's ethnic cuisines on my lunch breaks. I called it the No Repeat Nationality Workday Lunch Challenge. In the previous episode, I sampled 25 ethnic cuisines in the Washington, D.C. metro area, most of which were served by chefs preparing their meals on food trucks. I'd like to personally thank the over 1,200 people who watched my pilot episode, mostly on Facebook, since I uploaded it last week. In this second episode, starting at the 6th week of my adventure, I've turned mostly to stationary restaurants. Looking back at the list of cuisines I had sampled, I realized that the African continent was underrepresented so far, and being such a large and diverse continent, I was sure I was missing out on a lot of interesting dishes. So on August 29, 2016, I took a walk around U Street where I'd heard about a restaurant serving authentic eats from Ghana, the Apio Bar and Grill. It was a small, friendly establishment, and my server, as well as the other patrons at the bar, were eager to hear about my adventure. One girl even asked to take a selfie with me. I tried the goat egusi with jollof rice, and I was not disappointed. Egusi is made from seasoned ground melon seeds. The goat tasted similar to lamb and went well with both the flavors in the egusi and the flavors in the jollof rice. Having been to New Orleans on several occasions, I knew immediately that jollof rice was the African dish upon which jambalaya was based. I wish I had shot some video footage, but this was still very early on in my quest. I'll have video footage to show you after a few more episodes, I promise. On August 30th, I walked to Chinatown to try some food from Mozambique, served at a growing chain of restaurants called Nando's Peri Peri, where they simply refer to their recipes as Afro-Portuguese. I had peri peri chicken, invention by early Portuguese settlers in Mozambique, now a meal eaten frequently throughout the country and in surrounding lands. Peri peri comes from the Swahili word for chili pepper. The sauce was spicy but flavorful. I can see this chain being very successful in the United States. In fact, I had to take my order to go because the line was very long. On August 31st, I went up to the Shaw neighborhood to try Suma's restaurant, serving food from Sierra Leone. I had heard about this place from one of the customers at Apio, and I was told I should try the cassava and potato leaves. Well, I tried to order just one item, but when the owner learned about my adventure, she insisted that I sample the entire menu, including her homemade ginger beer, for free. Then I purchased a full order of peanut butter goat, or goat mafe, to eat back at the office. The portion size was so big, I couldn't come close to finishing it, especially after having sampled all the other dishes. I began September with my meal number 29 at the Keren restaurant in Adams Morgan. I had to take a bus so I could get back to work quickly. Keren serves food from Eritrea. I expected the food to be similar to Ethiopian food based on the location of the country, but the only similarity between the dishes I sampled and the Ethiopian dishes from a few weeks back was the fermented injera bread. My server was so excited about my quest that she also let me sample a lot of items from the menu, focusing on the items that did not overlap with the Ethiopian cuisine. I had to laugh when she asked me if I have ever eaten goat. She was shocked when I told her I already had goat twice this week. I went mostly vegetarian today. The two main items I took back to the office were full and kitch tesmi, commonly eaten in Eritrea for breakfast. Friday, September 2nd, I got off work early and trekked to Arlington for lunch at a restaurant called Cassatt's Cafe that serves food from New Zealand. I had lamb and rosemary pie with tomato chutney and Asian slaw. The pie was along the lines of a single-serving pot pie. It's going to be hard to find dishes from some of the other island nations in the Pacific, but I'm working on a plan. That weekend was a holiday weekend, and I went up to a shrine in Doylestown, Pennsylvania to attend a Polish-American festival with some family members. We meet there every year because my maternal grandparents are buried in the cemetery at the shrine. This year, my brother won an inflatable alien, and he took them on all the rides. They had lots of vendors there selling all kinds of Polish cultural items and lots of Polish food. I packed some food to go to eat as Tuesday's lunch. My reheated Polish meal consisted of kielbasi, a Polish sausage, with Polish coarse ground mustard and a side of pierogi, Polish dumplings stuffed with potato and cheese. For dessert, I had a handcrafted chocolate wafer with some nice hand-drawn artwork on it. My friend Ian was absolutely right when he compared it to a giant Kit Kat. I'm going to post new episodes every Thursday night on YouTube and on my Facebook fan page until I complete my journey. Be sure to tune in next week when I take a trip to Florida and sample some of the different ethnic cuisines available in that part of the country. I also encourage you to either subscribe to my YouTube channel or like my Facebook page, or both. If you do, you'll also get to hear a lot of my music and keep tabs on some of the other interesting projects I'm working on.